Hello ladies and gentlemen, this is your Vedic astrology coach Rajat Kapoor and welcome to my channel The Legit Astrologer. In my channel I make videos on Vedic astrology, I talk about transits. Today this video is about Mars's transit in the sign of Virgo. Finally Mars is coming out of its conjunction of Ketu that has been going on since the last few weeks, and it's going to enter the earthy sign Virgo, which is ruled by Mercury, on 28th of July, and it is going to stay in this sign till 13th of September. Though from a sign perspective it is not the most comfortable sign for Mars, it is the inimical sign. However, it is an earthy sign. Mars is a fiery planet, but it gets exalted in another earthy sign of Capricorn. So from a Tattva point of view, it does not have much of a challenge when it comes to any of the earth signs, because the aspects of Mars are quite auspicious during this time. The houses which it is aspecting, which is 4th from its position, 7th from its position and 8th from its position. Yes, Mars being one of the outer planets, it has a special 4th and the 8th drishti besides the 7th aspect of desire. Its 7th aspect of desire is mere 33%, but 4th aspect and the 8th aspect is 100%. 4th aspect is going to fall on the sign of Sagittarius. Its 7th aspect will be on the sign of Pisces, and the 8th special aspect will be on its own sign of Aries. The 4th aspect determines what is being protected during this time when Mars is making a transit, because this is the aspect of Raksha, protection, and the 8th aspect is about how long this protection is going to last and who is going to protect the significations related to the house that is having a 4th aspect. So at the natural level, what is being protected? The sign of Sagittarius, which is the natural sign of Dharma, and how long this protection is going to last is going to be determined by the sign of Aries, which is our self, the vitality and self-decision. So over the course of next few weeks in Mars's transit, it is a very important time from a dharmic point of view, and the sign of Sagittarius will be particularly in attention because it is being aspected by a number of planets through July and August. It is under the aspect of Mars, it is under the aspect of Saturn, it is under the aspect of Jupiter as well as Venus. So there is a lot happening in the sign of Sagittarius wherever it falls in your chart. Now the fiery element is in the earth sign, uncomfortable position because it's an inimical sign for Mars. So it is not the most easy position for Mars, but Mars is a warrior. It likes to stay on the ground. Virgo also indicates celibacy, and Mars is a bachelor graha. So that is also one of the reasons why it is a slightly comfortable sign for Mars. Now, one secret that I'd like to share with you, a golden astrological tip. Mars's own sign is the sign of Scorpio, and its Mool Trikon sign, which is the office space of Mars, is the sign of Aries. The sign of Aries falls 6 houses from the sign of Scorpio, which means that Mars as a planet is always at war. When it comes to work, it needs competition, it needs a warlike situation. Virgo is the natural 6th sign of zodiac belt, which represents conflicts. It also represents war because enemies are seen from this house, competition is seen from this house, and what we do on the ground is seen from this house. So from that point in time, we can comfortably say that Mars is connection, Mars is lordship. Between its home and office is like a tiger's leap, which is 6 houses away. So it is always a warrior at work, and this is the kind of mindset and mentality we would need in our jobs over the course of next few weeks. Mars is also the natural 1st house and the 8th house ruler, making a natural transit in the 6th house of the zodiac belt, which is also a Viparita yoga in transit. There are 2 things that are very important during this transit. One is to grow and build your intelligence, and second is convert your weaknesses into strength, convert your adversities into opportunities, because circumstances are going to go adverse, eventually you will rise. Now during Mars's transit, Mars and Saturn are going to be in a mutual aspect because Mars is in Virgo and Saturn is moving in the sign of Pisces. Pisces, Saturn is more comfortable position compared to Mars because that is also the domain of Saturn at the natural level. So somehow it has a stronger aspect on Mars because Saturn has a 50% seventh aspect and Mars has a relatively less percentage of the seventh aspect of desire. So it is definitely going to instill some sort of discipline, but this is also conflicting. So wherever this axis falls in your chart, you have to pay careful attention. And those who are going to have a maximum impact if you're running through dasha antardasha of Mars or planets in any of these signs, the sign of Virgo, the sign of Sagittarius, Pisces, Aries, or if you're going through dasha antardasha of Jupiter and any planets connected to natal Mars and also Mercury, you will have an impact of this transit. I hope and believe Mars transit helps us channelize our energies in anything and everything that we do on a day-to-day basis and focus a lot on our jobs and daily lives, also in terms of our health and immunity. Stay tuned for more such videos on my channel. Thank you very much. God bless you all.